Good morning. My name is Jim DeMeo, and this is A Course in Miracles. This course has a very different idea about forgiveness than what we're used to. We've always associated, or even equivocated, forgiveness with pardoning. I pardon you. I forgive you. This is not really at all what the Course means by forgiveness. The correction to our thinking that it offers is profound. Forgiveness is allowing the Holy Spirit, not your hurt pride, not your hurt feelings, not your so-called objective mind, but allowing your higher self, the rational mind, yes, the rational mind, to come to events that seem so irrational. So we forgive and forget. Here we don't forgive and forget. Here we allow the correction. Let's look at the lesson. 46. God is the love in which I forgive. God does not forgive because he is never condemned. And there must be condemnation before forgiveness is necessary. Forgiveness is the great need of this world, but that is because it is a world of illusions. Those who forgive are thus releasing themselves from illusions, while those who withhold forgiveness are binding themselves to illusions. As you condemn only yourself, so you forgive only yourself. Maybe you get lost in that one. For years I got lost in that one. So let me just say, the self is one. So I might think I'm condemning someone out there, but that someone out there is just as much as who I am as the self sitting in this small self, sitting in this body. There is one. So obviously I condemn only myself. Obviously I forgive only myself. Let's be clear. Skipped over to the last lesson. Here we go. As you condemn only yourself, so you forgive only yourself. Yet although God does not forgive, his love is nevertheless the basis of forgiveness. And only our higher self can call upon the love, right? While our lower self is seething. We ask that we calm ourselves down, right? We want to regain perspective. Indeed. His love is the basis of forgiveness. Fear condemns, love forgives. Fear condemns, love forgives. Forgiveness thus undoes what fear has produced, returning the mind to the awareness of God, our source, what we're extended from. For this reason, forgiveness can truly be called salvation. It is the means by which illusions disappear, primarily the illusion of separation. Today's exercises require at least 3 5-minute practice periods and as many shorter ones as possible. Begin the longer practice periods by repeating today's idea to yourself as usual. Close your eyes as you do so and spend a minute or two in searching your mind for those whom you have not forgiven. It does not matter how much you have not forgiven them. You have forgiven them entirely or not at all. You are doing the exercises well if you have no difficulty in finding a number of people you have not forgiven. People we have not forgiven is people who we want to push away, feel separate from, run from. It's a safe rule that anyone you do not like is a suitable subject, for sure. Mention each one by name and say, God is the love in which I forgive. Fill in the name of your favorite unforgiven person. The purpose of the first phase of today's practice periods is to put you in position to forgive yourself. After you have applied the idea to all those who have come to mind, tell yourself, God is the love in which I forgive myself. Then devote the remainder of the practice period to adding related ideas such as, God is the love with which I love myself. God is the love in which I am blessed. The form of the application may vary considerably, but the central idea should not be lost sight of. You might say, for example, I cannot be guilty because I am a son of God. I've already been forgiven. No fear is possible in a mind beloved of God. There's no need to attack because love has forgiven me. I just remind you here that guilt and shame don't have any value. But taking on 100% of the responsibility has great value. Reconcile. The practice period should end, however, with a repetition of today's idea as originally stated. God is the love in which I forgive. The shorter practice periods may consist either of a repetition of the idea for today in the original form or in a related form as you prefer. Be sure, however, to make more specific applications if they are needed. They will be needed at any time during the day when you become aware of any kind of negative reaction to anyone, and actually anything, present or not. In that event, tell him silently, God is the love in which I forgive.